thought I would take you along with me on a repair, as this one is kind of had a problem. The two ends of the tape that meet at the full splice have come apart. Kind of a typical issue with these things, which is also kind of part of the charm. Anyway, what I do is I use these clothespins and a little flat tip screwdriver, and just kind of wedge it in here, trying to get it around the pressure pad. I don't want to ruin it. I mean, I'm gonna probably change it anyway, but then because this is the 3-tab type, where there's one here under the label and two over here on these sides, so I find the top of the clip, apply pressure on the clothespin, twist on the screwdriver to move that little pin out of the way, and then I kind of apply pressure in here with my thumb and finger, like so, and the two tabs in here, I just wedge this behind and move them out of the way, just like so. Oh my, what a tangled way we weave. Actually, it doesn't look that bad. I think we might be okay. Oh yeah, we're fine. Nothing too terrible. There we go. Let's get rid of this thing. This thing is toast. At first, it didn't look too bad, but as you can see, it's kind of turning into plum pudding. So we'll just get rid of that. And I think I might have in here, maybe not. No, I don't. Okay. Gotta reuse the backing of this. So we'll just clean this crap off. Just get rid of all the old padding that's on there. And I'll put that aside for now. Now what I want to do here is make sure that this is not all twisted up when I put the ends together. I'm actually going to pull this up for a second so I can wrap this one end around maybe a little bit here. There we go. Now, that's missing, no problem. Okay, so where the old splice was, I'm going to cut, you can see or not, but the old glue that was there will interfere with the new adhesive that's on the new splice that I put in place. So we'll just cut a little off the top. And we'll do the same over here. Oops. Okay, now I have this splicing kit. I'll also grab my full splice tape as well. This stuff is wonderful. I have this empty cartridge that I used for in the case if I ever have to do a respool on a tape. Happens sometimes, so it's nice to have that there. Usually I do that if this side of the reel is still buried, you know, in the supply part of the spool. Because it's a pain in the ass to try and dig it out. So I usually just do a complete respool. I'll have this one opened, and I'll transfer all the tape from here to here, and then I transfer it back. And one day I'll do a video on that. Oops. I never realized how tough it'd be to do this on camera. Normally I'm not doing it that way. You know what? Just do it this way here. There we go. Oops. Get back on there, you. We take this end here, place it on our splice block, and this one came with 2 coins that you use to hold the tape in place. Now I'm going to pull some back. There we go. I'll do the same with this side. Keep it straight. Don't want it to twist. Grab my other coin. Place it in its little holster. There we go. I'm just going to use my screwdriver just to line these up here properly. There. Grab my sensing foil tape. And just cut off a piece. I always do angle cuts because that helps prevent the splice from getting caught up against the capstan of your of the 8-track player. I've often found that a straight cut, you know, or like vertical cut, usually leads to the tape, the foil splice getting hung up in them, which then usually results in your tape getting eaten, which is no fun. There we go. Nice little splice here. Now I had a knife here someplace. Oh, here, right in front of me. All right. So I usually take the tweezer out of my, I guess it's called a Swiss Army knife. Anyway, so I just take this little bit of foil here off my finger. There we go. Put it between the edges of the tweezer. There we go. And line it up with the tape in here. course, the one time that I wanted to look good, and it's being stubborn. There we go. All right, ish. There. Then they're all lined up. Move that out of the way a little bit. Remove the coins. And the new splice is in place. Now for the fun part, winding this thing back up again. It's actually pretty easy. Usually what you do is, darn it, give me a second. You pull from the supply side of your, or pardon me, your take up. No, that's right. All right, so the supply side of the reel, which is the inner part. You pull from that side, and this side magically just gets wound back up onto the outer edge. I usually keep my finger down here, just kind of hold it in place so that it doesn't ride up and get all tangled and whatnot. There we go. Oops. Sometimes this takes a bit of finagling. Part of the charm of the format, folks. You know what? Let's do this the other way. Let's go around these posts for now. Oh, I know that a lot of you are probably cringing right now. Don't do that! But it's all temporary. Generally when I'm not recording, this is the part where I start swearing. Okay. There we go. Oopsies. Get back down there, you. Ah! Hold that down. Some tension on there. There we go. And then we just pull on here, and eventually this will get pulled back to where it's supposed to be, which is along here. All right. Now I'm just gonna pull up on this bit of tape here, get it off the post. Same here. Pull up the slack. Maybe I'll pull up, give it some better tension as well while I'm at it. There we go. Perfect-ish. So anyways, next you will put the new pressure pad that I use, or that I make from this 1/4 inch weather stripping. Now this stuff really isn't the right stuff to use, but in a pinch it does work. And when I get my hands on the proper stuff, then I'll just swap it out. But I mean, like I said, in a pinch it does work. So I just put this onto the edge here, get it in line with that. Use my scissors, and I push down on the end of where this thing was to create a fold, so that I make sure to cut it at the right spot. Now, when changing your pressure pads, you want to make sure that you do not have your new pad adhere to this part here, because it actually will not stick. It'll just fall right off. So go to the back side where it's clean. And very carefully try to line it up, get it on straight. Or as straight as possible anyway. Give a little push down, make sure that it's sticking. And now, because this stuff is a little bit larger than the original plastic piece, I just have to give it a slight trim. When the ones that you buy from, I think it's, well, the ones I get are from 8-Track Avenue. And also get them, I think, from Kate's 8-Track Shack as well, or I think that's what it's called. But I normally use 8-Track Avenue. I mean, I don't have anything against 8-Track or Kate's 8-Track Shack or whatever it was called. I've just never used their services. That's all. And of course that comes off. No big deal though. Get it back on. Right as rain. I'm gonna trim off a little bit here. That'll do. Now, because I want a surface for the tape to slide against, I use Scotch tape on the top of the pressure pad. Try and get it lined up as straight as possible, and then I just trim off the excess. I'm just gonna clean up a little bit. There we go. And same with the sides as well. Top and bottom, whichever you want to call it. Just trim off the excess. And then we pinch off where we think roughly center is. So get a little pinch so it'll slide right in. Sometimes I'll use my screwdriver and give a little help. And there you go. And we assemble and we are good to go. Sometimes these things can be a little bit finicky. There we go. And she's in. Alright folks, well that's it for that. Take care, enjoy yourselves, and we'll catch you on the next one.